All right, today we're diving into a really game-changing strategy for accounting firms. It's a model that's all about leveraging global talent to supercharge your local expertise. The goal? A way more efficient and powerful operation. Let's get right into it.
I want you to just imagine this for a second. Your team clocks out for the day, but instead of all the work grinding to a halt, another skilled team on the other side of the world picks it right up. So when you walk in the next morning, boom, a whole bunch of critical tasks are already done and just waiting for your review. Now, this isn't some fantasy, it's the actual promise of a hybrid operating model.
So you might be wondering, why is this model getting so much attention right now? Well, it all starts with the incredible pressure that accounting firms are under today. It's a serious squeeze. Think about it. Clients expect more, but they want to pay less. They're demanding higher quality work, they want it delivered faster than ever before, and they're always pushing to keep costs down. This triple threat is forcing firms to completely rethink how they do business. And that is exactly where this hybrid solution comes into play. It's a strategic response that's really designed to meet these modern demands head on. So what is this model, really? Look, it's not about replacing your local team, not at all. A better way to think of it is like augmenting them, giving them a secret weapon. Your onshore experts, your best people, get to focus on the high-level strategic work while a dedicated offshore team tackles all those high-volume, super time-consuming tasks. This right here shows you that clear division of labor. It's like giving each team a specific superpower. Your onshore team, they own strategy and build those crucial client relationships. Meanwhile, the offshore team becomes this incredibly efficient engine for processing, prep work, and all the routine stuff. Now, when you structure your work this way, firms can unlock some pretty significant advantages. Let's break down what I think are the 5 key benefits. Okay, first up, and this one's a big one, cost efficiency. I mean, just look at the difference on this chart. It's pretty stark. By delegating all those routine tasks offshore, firms can slash their overhead on labor costs. And that frees up a ton of capital for growth and, for investing back into your onshore team. Second, you get a massive boost in speed. This timeline shows that follow-the-sun model in action. Suddenly, the time zone difference isn't a problem, it's a huge strategic advantage. It creates this continuous 24-hour work cycle that can just dramatically shorten how long it takes to turn projects around. Third benefit is scalability. Come on, we all know what the crunch during tax season is like, right? Well, a hybrid model lets you instantly boost your capacity to meet that insane demand, and then, just as easily, scale right back down, all without the cost and headache of hiring a bunch of full-time employees you don't need year-round. Benefit number 4 is all about enhanced accuracy. Now, you might think offloading work means you sacrifice quality, but it's actually the opposite. This is about adding a whole new layer of quality control. The precision-focused work gets done offshore by highly trained pros, and then it comes back for a strategic, judgment-based review by your own onshore experts. It's the best of both worlds. And finally, number 5. This might be the most powerful benefit of all, a sharpened focus on what truly matters. This chart visualizes that transformation. When your best people, your onshore team, are freed from the daily grind of operational tasks, their focus shifts to higher value services, things like client advisory and long-term strategy. And that boosts both their productivity and your client satisfaction. Okay, so the benefits are pretty clear, right? But the success of this entire model really depends on one key decision. What work do you actually send offshore? It's all about delegating the right tasks. So what makes a task a perfect candidate for delegation? Well, they usually share these 4 traits. First, they're repetitive and follow clear rules. Second, they just eat up a lot of time. Third, they don't require any face-to-face client interaction. And fourth, you have clear, well-documented processes for them. If a task checks those boxes, it's probably a great fit. Let's make this super concrete. This table lays it all out pretty clearly. On the right, you see those ideal offshore tasks: reconciliations, processing transactions, fund accounting, getting things ready for an audit. All that stuff frees up the onshore team on the left for what they do best: strategic thinking, client interaction, and that crucial final review. All right, so you figured out what tasks to delegate, but how do you actually integrate this model and make it work without causing total chaos? The key here is being systematic about it.
It all starts with defining crystal clear workflows so everyone knows exactly what their role is. Then you've got to have the right cloud-based tools so everyone can collaborate seamlessly. Third, training is absolutely critical. Your offshore team has to know U.S. compliance standards inside and out. Fourth, regular check-ins are vital to keep both teams aligned. And finally, and this is important, don't try to do it all at once. Start small with a pilot program, work out the kinks before you scale up. Of course, whenever you start talking about sending work and data somewhere else, the first question that pops into everyone's head is security. And you know what? It's a totally valid and incredibly important concern. The answer is that security can't be an afterthought. It has to be the foundation of the entire system. We're talking multiple layers of protection, using secure cloud platforms, encrypting all your data, and putting strict access controls in place so only the people who absolutely need to see sensitive information can ever view it. Okay, so data is secure. The next big question is always about compliance. How can you be 100% sure that work being done thousands of miles away is going to meet those strict U.S. accounting standards? Well, just like security, compliance has to be built in from day one. Reputable offshore partners train their teams thoroughly in all the U.S. standards. Things like GAAP, which is generally accepted accounting principles, and IFRS. That expert training, combined with that final onshore review we talked about, ensures all the work meets every single regulatory requirement. So when you put all of these pieces together, the efficiency, the speed, the scalability, and the security, you start to see that this is about so much more than just cutting costs. It's really about building a more resilient, more agile firm. I think this quote just hits the nail on the head. Embracing a hybrid model, it's not just some passing trend. It's really the next logical step toward a smarter, more nimble way for accounting firms to operate. So we'll leave you with this final thought. In a world where demands are only getting bigger and more complex, the structure that worked for you yesterday might not be the one that helps you win tomorrow. So the real question is your firm structured for the past, or is it engineered for the future?